Could you explain evergreen content and how can I use that through the slower seasons?
Really simple, because I know we're over. Evergreen content is content that isn't aged. It's going to continue to be relevant in the future. So if you're talking about the benefits of, if you're talking about the benefits of automotive window tinting, the basic benefits of automotive window tinting probably aren't going to change. So, an article about the benefits of automotive window tinting could be considered evergreen content. Now, if you're talking about a piece of content that's referring to an upcoming car show that you guys are going to have a demonstration at, that's not evergreen content, because once that car show happens, that content is no longer relevant. So a really easy way to think of evergreen is, in a year, is it still relevant? Is it still applicable in a year, or is it aged, or is it something that's important for today, but 3 months from now is going to be not like right now? A lot of people are running holiday specials. Those aren't evergreen content, because when the holidays are over, those specials will go away. But if somebody talks to, if somebody is posting something about the core benefits of their product, or answering some questions about their product that is not really going to change, that would be content that would be evergreen content. So again, when you're thinking about things to put on your website with regard to blogs or articles or things like that, try to focus on things that are evergreen content. That doesn't mean don't sprinkle in things like, an upcoming car show, things like that you're doing. But the evergreen content is going to be something you can continue to benefit from for a long time. You could even go back, and there's actually a lot of things I've watched about the benefit of content on your website. If you go back and freshen that content up and bring it forward and repost it as a new piece of content, freshened up from last year when you posted it the first time, it will actually be beneficial for that content versus creating a brand new piece of content. You can actually get additional benefit out of that. So, evergreen content can be something that once you have it on your website, you could go back occasionally and refresh it, maybe add a little bit of new information, repost it again, put it back out on your social media again, and it's just as relevant today as the day that you created it. So again,
yeah, the one thing I think of as far as with evergreen content is, especially if it is during a slower season, you're still staying in the mind of the customer. And so, like you said, if you can kind of feature the benefits, even if it's, especially right now, if it's winter boots, obviously that's going to be something that people are going to be wanting seasonally. But if you can kind of give the benefits throughout the year, when it comes time for the purchasing time period, you kind of are first in mind. If they've been seeing your ads or kind of things throughout the year, one of the things I keep thinking of too, it was like climate control film. It's one of those things where, especially if it's a product that can be used throughout the year, but kind of has different uses, whether it's, at least with climate control, you can kind of hold in heat and stuff during the winter, and it keeps the cooler air in the house during the summer. So there are a lot of different things that you can do, but obviously me just saying that is highlighting a benefit of the product. So if you can kind of do that throughout the year, that's going to be beneficial to you.
And I think even if it's not, I agree with you 1,000% there, but even to use your boot analogy, I mean, if you write an article about 5 things to look for when buying a quality set of boots, like to sort of identify whether it's a quality set of boots or, something that's going to last or not, that's evergreen content. Now, you running something about a sale you have coming up on boots or something like that might not be evergreen content. But if you own an outdoor shop and you post an article about 5 things to look for when buying a quality set of hiking boots, that's going to be evergreen content, unless technology in the industry massively changes, then you might need to refresh that content. But assuming that's not the case, that's going to be evergreen content. And it might be something that, you could sporadically sprinkle out there during the year, because even if somebody's not buying boots, it's a seasonal item, they still might be interested in an article about the things to look for to make sure they're making a good purchase with regard to boots.